So hey guys, it's Zion again, and you know what? I was playing some Battlefield last night, and I had a good time. And I was playing it not because I actually wanted to get on and play it myself, but I was watching a Call of Duty stream, and then he decided he wanted to play some Battlefield 3. And I saw him making some really newbie mistakes, but he was playing Conquest on Sen Crossing, and I thought to myself, I kind of want to play some Battlefield now. And so I got on Battlefield, and I got on a Rush server, and we got crushed. So I got on some TDM, because TDM is sort of it's a more casual, more fun game mode, at least for me. When I'm playing Rush, I have to really try my brains out. I get really frustrated if I don't win. But I got on some TDM on Armored Kill, like I was promising, and like I was saying that I wanted to get on. And, you know, I just had a good time running with the AK and the M16, the M416, and all the try-hard weapons, because, you know, I want to do well. But it got me thinking as I was watching this Call of Duty player play Battlefield, and making all of these really newbie mistakes, that I wanted to talk about new players to a franchise. And this goes, I want to expand this from more than just Battlefield, and especially Team Fortress 2, especially when it went free to play. And when you look at a game like Battlefield, and you're coming to it from a game like Call of Duty, you have expectations, right, wrong, or indifferent, about the game you're playing. So for an example, in Call of Duty, there's not much recoil. Now in Treyarch games, there's some. Especially in the original Black Ops, there was quite a bit on some weapons. But he came to Battlefield and he jokingly said, with recoil, what's this recoil stuff I'm seeing here? And, you know, Battlefield is not realistic in the sense that you can fly a jet into a building and blow up the building with C4 and be fine with yourself. But it's realistic in the fact that it takes a little more skill to use the guns. The guns don't handle quite the same. The maps are bigger, blah blah blah. And the mechanics are different. That's the most important part. And new players, for me, are the lifeblood of any series. You need new players. But that brings up a problem for experienced players. When you're an experienced player, and there's a whole bunch of newbies in the lobby, and they're on your team, there's going to be problems for you, because they're not going to know what an MCOM is, what a flag is, what it means to go for a capture the flag, what to get in a vehicle, to use their rockets, because this new player, he was playing engineer, but he had no idea how to pull out his rocket launcher. And he was shooting a tank with his M4, and I'm thinking to myself, guy, come on, just pull out your SMAW and shoot the bastard. And you look at a game like Team Fortress 2, when that went free to play, my goodness, some of the sheer stupidity people saw when the free to players came. You had snipers trying to shoot through glass, because in other games, glass broke when you shot it. But that's not how it worked in Team Fortress 2. You had people running around not disguised as a spy. You had people blowing themselves up as soldier because they didn't know what explosive damage meant. They didn't know what health meant. I know there was a couple Battlefielders I saw who came to Team Fortress 2 and didn't like the game because it was too choke pointy. But that's the point of the game. That game, it takes a long time to kill somebody because of the health system in that game. And so you have to choke point to funnel the action and make it fast-paced. The maps have to be small, smaller even than Call of Duty maps, because the guns kill so much more slowly. But like I say, new players have these expectations about the games they're playing that they think carry over across games, and they don't. For example, I saw a video of a Call of Duty player who would come over to Team Fortress 2, and he was asking, how do I equip my grenades? There are no grenades in Team Fortress 2, but he had the expectation, he was a kid, but he had the expectation that there would be similarities between the games. And when there's not, people are surprised. And this causes them frustration, and it causes some of them to just give up the game altogether. But those who stick with it and who go through the grind of getting absolutely annihilated, and I've talked about this before, I think and I hope that they learn to love the game for what it is and not for what they expected it to be. Because like I say, new players are what give games their longevity. Without a constant influx of new players, a game stagnates. And that's one of the things I think Team Fortress 2 understood, that Valve understood about Team Fortress 2, is that for the first part, making it free to play was a good business decision. It made them a lot more money making it free to play. But they knew that the game itself was stagnating because there weren't a lot of people new coming into the franchise, and because of that they weren't making much money from the in-game store. And so they made it free to play, and that brought in a huge number of new players who had no idea what they were doing. But it immensely extended the game's life. And so now Team Fortress 2, not only is it going stronger than it was when its heyday when I was playing it, its competitive scene has gone huge because there's all these new players who have become invested in the series and invested enough, in fact, to go competitive. And I think Battlefield should learn something from Valve's model. No, I don't think Battlefield should go free to play. That's not a model EA, or DICE for that matter, should be following, because I don't think it would work for Battlefield yet. They don't have the in-game content necessary to run a free-to-play model. There's microtransactions, and Battlefield, I do not think, would go well together. However, I think if they made it more accessible to new players, and I don't mean making it more like Call of Duty, if there were ways that DICE could put in to make the new player transition easier, and to make, more importantly, the investment in the series a little bit smoother, I really think Battlefield would have an even bigger audience, bigger than even Battlefield 3's, which is the biggest it's ever had. But it would also have a more thriving, more positive community. Now, some of this is on EA to not be a complete douchebag when it comes to making their series work. But it's also on DICE to make their game accessible, fun, and overall to get players to really want to play and to really support their communities for what they're good at. Thanks for watching, guys, and I think I'll talk about this later. See ya.